the recording. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Qi Talks. My name is Vicky Delajoyo, and today is May 14th, 2026. I want to begin by just saying how much we appreciate you taking time out this evening to join us, if it's evening in your hemisphere. And if you're also not here live, how much I'm grateful that you're watching this recording. Qi Talks is a complimentary monthly program that's offered by the National Qigong Association, or the NQA, which is a member-based organization providing education, research, and community for, with, and about Qigong. You can join us every second Thursday of the month when we invite one of our professional or practitioner members to share some of their expertise and wisdom. And that said, while all presenters on Qi Talks are professional or practitioner level, the views, recommendations, and opinions on this program are always those of the guests and don't necessarily reflect any official policy position or endorsement of the NQA. Our guest this evening is Jingshan Tang, who will be talking about Qi circulation and its applications in Qi practice and teaching. I'll give a more formal introduction in just a moment, but before I do, here is Carolina Silva, who's a vital member of the Qi Talks team. She's going to give you a few words about recommended ways to view. Thank you so much, Carolina. Okay, so the founder of Oriental Fitness Institute, Jingshan Tang, holds a master's degree in physical education and sport from the Anhui Normal University in China. Practicing Tai Chi and Qigong since 1978, he has over 45 years of teaching experience in the United States and internationally. His work was highlighted in a Discovery Channel feature in 1995, 1996, and he's taught at the University of the Arts and Georgian Court University, bridging modern science, physiology, fascia, and platelet factor 4 research with Taoist philosophy and Chinese medicine. Mr. Tang explores how Tai Chi and Qigong harmonize body, energy, and mind for holistic health and well-being. Welcome to Qi Talks, Jing. It's so good to have you here.
Thank you.
Let's add on your spotlight here. All right. There you go. So to begin with, before we dive into the material tonight, I know that you're a very long-time practitioner and teacher of Qi arts. So would you tell us just a little bit about how you first entered into the world of Tai Chi and Qigong?
Wow, that is a great question. I was a gymnast. 1979, we do voting, front handspring, front flip landing. We should
Wow.
win a half circle. At that moment, I did one circle, land on my head. But 6 years later, I couldn't sit. At that moment, I teach in the college. I couldn't sit for half hour to make my class lessons planned. So I said, doctor said, Jane, you this were halfway broken for a long time. You not stick on that, because the body structure changes. You couldn't see that. If you're very painful, sore, you couldn't see that. At that moment, I'm 30 years old. I'm in my college department. Usually, I'm a very happy young man. At that moment, every day I'm working like this. When my professor, biomechanic professor, he told me, Mr. Chen, what happened to you? You're all happy right now. You go forward. You look at the feet. What happened? I told him the story. He didn't say anything. A week later, he told me, Jing, come over and teach me a kind of Qigong. Try to fix this part. Go like this, Cubano Qigong. I said, come on, I'm a gymnast coach. That's too easy for me. He get mad. If you don't do that, never come to me. Wow, I said, wow, I get serious. Now, I practice. 3 months later, every day, 20 minutes, try the Qi. All college people say, Jing getting crazy. Every day stand the Qi, do like this. 3 months later, I can sit for 4 hours. No, okay, don't feel hurt. After that, change your mind. I change it. I studied Qigong, studied Tai Chi for the great art. That is the story for that.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So you sort of took that very disciplined, with a discipline that it takes to do
Right.
gymnastics, and then you brought it into this whole other world of Qi practice. Is incredible. Thank you for telling us that story.
Actually, that
So
moment, I asked the doctor, I said, how long can I use this one? He said 15 years, which means 45 years old, I'm gonna have to go because it's not working at that moment. That's why I get very stressed. That
yeah,
changes. That is.
motivated. Right. Okay, good. Well, thank you for that. Let's go ahead and dive into the topic.
Mhm.
First of all, what is full Qi circulation?
Yes, that's a great question. For Qi circulation, here everybody knows the circle, right? Circle, they have to go to the one direction, come back. You go one direction, come back. You have a direction, have it from beginning to ending. That's the circulation. And what is the Qi circulation? In China, we have 12 words. Small circulation, we call 小周天. Big circulation, large circulation, we call 大周天. We talk about this circulation is a big circulation that's through every meridian. Qi circulates through every meridian. That is a Qi circulation, for Qi circulation.
Okay.
Yes,
Well, so how long does it take for that full Qi circulation to happen in a human being?
that's a great question to answer that. Qi make circulation. We don't have modern science research for that. By Chinese medicine theory, that said Qi circulation surrounding our body 24 hours, take 50 circles.
50 circles?
Yeah, 50 circles, 24 hours.
So in one day, we have 50.
Good. Daytime, 25 circles. Evening, another 25 circles.
Okay.
Qi for circulation, that is. Now eventually I find out each circle take 28.8 minutes.
Say that again.
Each circle, one circle,
Mm-hmm.
take 28.8 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So for a complete, it's a complete one in the 28 minutes, and then it happens 25 times in the day and 25 times in the evening?
yes, yes,
Okay.
correct.
Okay. So this is I haven't heard this spoken about in this way. Where does this Qi circulation theory come from? Where does this come from?
Okay, great. In Chinese medicine area, they have one very fundamental theory book we call Yellow Emperor Classic. In that book, in Chinese called 黄帝内经. In that book have written by 2,200 years ago, not a modern time.
Mm.
In Chinese medicine school, 5 years, everyone have to read that book, written in classic Chinese, which means not a big percentage of people are able to read that book. They're written in classic, and the modern words different, understanding different. That book have two sections. On second section, we call 灵书. This one, second section. This is Chinese called 灵书. In this book, 76 chapter, second paragraph, exactly describe the energy circle, even when it starts, when the ending. They talk about very details for that circle. That even recommend Chinese doctor, you put a little in, you follow the qi circulate, you put a little in, give people best help that way. In that book, talk about human being energy circle, 50 circles a day, daytime 24 or 25, evening 25 from that book. So we practice, we need to follow those ideas to practice. You're going to get maximum benefit. Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, if you have an injury like you had, or if somebody is ill or something like that, does that circulation, is it still the same, that it's still 50 times every day, or does that change?
Yes, same thing.
Still the
Shoot
same.
something. Yeah, human being shoot something, follow that kind of circle every day, 50 circles.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about how the sort of the periodic nature of qi circulation, of the time based. How do practitioners who are doing practice recognize indicators of where that they are in their circulation?
That's very important. Over 34 years, I taught classes in this country. My classroom, they have 2 clocks. If I turn this side, I can see this clock. I turn that side to this clock. Then why? I need to collect information from people do in class. Then I find out 5 to 7 minutes, people studying breathing deep longer. Deep longer tell us long meridians active. That's we over 34 years, I collect information, I find out every time, every class, people constantly practice over 5 to 7 minutes, then breathing study deeper longer. That is an indication that us long meridians active. How that important? Chinese medicine also said long have a relative organ, have a partner meridians. What is relative organ? Relative organ, non-relative organ is the skin. Then that's why in China, people doing Tai Chi, people doing Qigong, the skin started shining because long meridian is active. They always say, ladies do Tai Chi, Qigong, always beautiful because the skin gets shiny. That's because the long meridian is active. Now also have another partner meridian called yin and yang. Now is yin meridians. Now have yang meridians that both balance each other. Which one? Large intestine meridians. When long meridian is active, your skin gets shining, your large intestine meridians study balance active. Oh, that's great. For orderlies, if large intestine meridians functioning good, to go bathroom easy early morning. That is, then you get 2 part good. If after 7 minutes no stop, another things come out. 9 to 11 minutes. You see people, facial get wet, they feel sometimes they take a jacket out. Why? Feel hot. Feel hot means the heart meridians are active. Heart meridians also have relative organs. Which one?
Small intestine, yeah.
Heart meridians have arteries, vein. These are relative organs. Now, when heart meridians are active, that vein, artery working properly, that get people pressure drop down. Have high blood pressure, it go down, then to 11 minutes. Then other one is the small intestine. Meridians, they're working balance each other. And also have benefit for that. People overweight, because small intestine working all the time. Get the nutrition in, they're overweight. If we small intestine, their behavior functioning properly, people gradually weight dropped, not overweight. For Qigong practice, that's beautiful, right? Now, if after 11 minutes, we still not stop. If you're teaching, here you can see people, wow, everybody so enjoy what they're doing. That everybody stay very calm. That is another indication come on now. From Chinese medicine said, liver, if people get mad, they hurt the liver. If people not mad, they still enjoy what they're doing. So at that moment, indication tells us liver mood is active. When liver mood is active, they have another partner organs. Which one? Tendons, ligaments. Gradually tendons, the ligament get more flexible and loosen up. Yeah. Liver also have partner meridians. Liver meridians, partner meridians is gallbladder, small organ inside that give another part of help. It all helps. Ligament, tendons, and induction help for that. And after 30 minutes, that's 13 to 17 minutes, liver meridians active. If we will not stop, but for most people that are doing this, 5 minutes stop, 10 minutes stop, 15 minutes stop, then talking a lot. Then rest of meridians should active. That's you stop, I'm still sleep. That's still not wake up yet. Up to 20, 30 minutes, you will see people, we can ask people that said the brain starting getting very clear. Sometimes brain come to very creative idea. This one happened to me all the time for that.
Can you give me an example?
Yeah. For example, I went to Harvard University for post presentation.
Yeah.
The idea at 20, 30 minutes come to my head. For example, 40 years ago, you learned physiologist, you learned biologist, you learned biomechanic. The information are separate. At that moment, all information come together, you get a good new idea. At 23 minutes. Well, I have one musician, he proposed music. A piece of music, he always feel terrible, couldn't get through. Only did Tai Chi. The brain started working, you down, very beautiful piece of music. You come to class and tell me, gee, thank you, Tai Chi, give me help, propose some music. That is another form, other example, that idea. When spleen meridian is active, sometimes people to feel, muscle getting strong. You feel a little bit strong. For me, sometimes I feel strong, muscle strong, I want to punch somebody. Like because the muscle tone, you feel that. Chinese medicine said, spleen, muscle is the relative organ to spleen. Of course, the spleen have other one we call stomach meridians. They balance each other. So when up to 23 minutes, everybody get active. Now meridians still working. They're not stopped yet. At this moment, sometimes people with asthma, up to that moment, the asthma stopped. In my class, happen very often. Yeah. If we would not stop over 23 minutes, up to 27 minutes, if you're in the class, you can see people, They get a little bit sweat. The forehead getting very shiny. That kind of indication tell us the kidney meridians active. Kidney on the back. Kidney meridians active. Also, kidney have relative organs. Your organs in Chinese medicine area is exactly clear. The kidney with the bone that relate to each other. Some Chinese doctor, if you have bone problem, you see Chinese doctor, what they do? They strengthen kidney first, make bone stronger. That is because they have relationship here. Of course, kidney have another partner meridians we call blood meridians. Now, all function with the bladder at this moment, they get properly, all problem with bladder at this moment, we get a benefit for that. This whole circle, every minute, something happening, that indication, lung, breathing deep longer, heart, warm facial rate, then liver, calm, enjoy. That's an indication. This information usually parties you see very often. You see it, but you don't. If you tonight I don't tell you, you never recognize. Oh, that meridian is active. Yes. So after 27 minutes, that kidney meridian is active. Actually, 28.8 minutes, that whole circle. That my class is funny. You're up to 28.8 minutes. We still not stop. We still moving because the latest meridians is the kidney meridians. If you at the 28.8 minutes stop, the kidney meridian said, "Oh man, we just wake up 1 minute. You stop. They still come back down. That's it. That's the whole circle. Every minute with the indications very useful for practice, for teaching. That's it."
Well, that was amazing. So I mean, I think you've kind of answered this question, Jing, but I think that there's the qi circulates anyway, right? For the in the the 50 times throughout the body. So when we're doing qi practice, tai chi, qigong practice, how does that change what happens with the qi circulation? Does it just make it stronger, or what is it that actually happens with the practices?
Okay, that's a great question too. If you don't practice the qigong, you qi still circulate. You practice qigong, you circulate, make a little bit high level circulate. For example, you don't practice qigong, you qi circulation level like this. You practice qigong, your circulation like this on the top. On this, we do every day, do every year, 30 years, 50 years. During that period of time, our physical function develop problem all the time. That's why we see doctor all the time. This year, next year. But if we practice qigong, your energy level, you go up a little bit. You go up a little bit, your qi just a little stronger. Chinese medicine also said, all problems develop because energy blockage inside body. If energy blockage just starting up, you qi stronger, you push the small blockage away, then the blockage never get a chance to get bigger. That's why people doing Tai Chi, they're not easy to get sick because they're able to do like this over the 28.8 minutes or even 1 hour. My people even can do 2 hours. Even at 83 years old. Even have 91 years old. She did 1 hour no stop. We totally get 2 circles no stop. She gets so confident. Come on, I'm 91. I can do, and she confidently do 1 hour. How big life changes.
Yeah. So this I think this then refers to like when you've talked about in the past of whole person health. And so this is what you mean by how Qigong practice basically promotes whole person health. And this whole person health means all of the meridians, all of that sense of well-being, how you're aligned in your spirit and your physical body, right? Is that what you mean by whole person health?
Yeah, whole person.
Yeah.
Also, this also this whole person help. Eventually, they're up to high level spiritual part. They Chinese medicine will have 5 spirits. Each organs that relate to different spirit.
Mm,
Every spirit is strong. Your person, you looks different from other people. Just like this guy, they're always like this. Yes. In Chinese, have a special word called Jin Qi Shen. That describe the spiritual part. Yeah.
mm,
Okay.
mhm. So, what is important, do you think is important for teachers? I know I've got several teachers here on the call tonight. What is important for teachers to understand about qi circulation, and what is it important for students to understand? I know those are two different questions, but what do teachers need to understand about qi circulation? What do students need to understand about it?
Okay. If a teacher knows the circulation, first one, they're able to teach a student gradually from 5 minutes no stop, 7 minutes stop, 15 minutes no stop. Gradually, they're able to teach people up to that point because teacher knows understanding. I have to make them 28.8 minutes no stop, get a full benefit for qi circulation. That's the
Mm,
second one. When teacher knows indication, that stand in the front, the C student do together, or the C student get calm, then you all are doing great job. I make them liver meridians active. That the teachers study more purposely better.
mhm,
Not just random, oh, teacher, today we learn this, we do this. That's everything they have to purposely do, how long do, how to do that. That the
mm,
teacher, you know those information, that's a big benefit that your class is going to be better, better, better if you do like this way. Yeah.
mhm, mhm,
For students, for example, I have high blood pressure. I know doing this, I have do at least up to 7 minutes above. This gives me my high blood pressure help if I feel warmed, facial red, that is happening. Then you know, give you specific help. Also, for regular students, they know, I'm warm, I'm heart-rate active. They can tell themselves, I have a great idea come out, a brain study very clear because my spinning mood is active. Then when they learn, they study confidence. We're doing right. We get the benefit for student learning. So for right now, most people practice just practice 15 minutes. They practice 15 minutes, maybe talking another 5 minutes, or not up to 28.8 minutes. If you get this information, you practice, yes, we get it to up to 28.8 minutes, even more. Then they get easily get more benefit
mm,
doing Qigong. Also, very efficiency get a benefit for that. That is
mhm.
for student doing this. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
So I know that you have a Wild Goose Qigong class coming up. That you're doing one for Synergy for the National Qigong Association this Sunday. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then you're doing another one later on in the month that you're offering to people here as a follow-up. Could you talk a little bit about what those two classes are going to be, the Synergy and then the Wild Goose
Okay.
workshop that you're offering?
Yes. White Goose Qigong, that is like come along with this clean, clean his, very clear history up to modern time, over 1700 years. I was um, history teacher for physical education and sport. During the history time, how many Qigong come out? Which one is the original Qigong? I know exactly. For example, 5 animals Qigong, there are 32 versions. You don't know which version is the original one.
Mm-hmm.
For the White Goose Qigong, I know it's the original one. That's why my class keep learning this, keep doing this. The Qigong on Qi Center Qi, right? Pronunciation. Yes. Sunday afternoon, 5 o'clock, 3 o'clock. What the schedule for that?
I think it's 3 o'clock Eastern time.
That's three. Then I just try to introduce what the Vigos Qigong is, why we do Vigos Qigong, what is a fundamental skill we have to learn for this. For example, breathing, meditation. Of course, introduce what meditation is. Then also people get to experience some movement, also very particular movement, different from other kind of qigong. For example, that get body shaking, like a body flying. That in that way we can introduce a little bit that people experience that. But after that, we have a qigong class come out next month, June 6th, Sunday, Saturday morning. That's going to give people serious information on scale for the whole form.
Mm-hmm.
Why goes Qigong, there are 128 movements.
Right.
We cannot do just 1 hour to finish that. That's why
Right.
we need to offer the class all of it over to last end, get everything, movement, breathing, meditation, everything for that. That is the class for that.
So it sounds like the class is a really good follow-up to the synergy that you'll be doing on Sunday. So, and I
Yes.
know that you're offering that for free. I see that Carolina has posted a link for people who would like to experience this. Um, so I wanna open up a little bit to some questions, if that's okay, to any comments or questions that people might have. Would that be okay?
Yeah, yes, that class, Saturday morning class, the first class is the free trial. Yes, after that, is not free. Okay. Yeah.
Right, right. Of course, of
Okay.
course.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Anyone?
so
Mhm.
go ahead if you have a question or a comment or something that you'd like to share. This is an opportunity for you to connect directly with this teacher. Please go ahead and raise your hand or put something in the chat. I'm watching the chat to be sure that I do see that somebody already had said, it's true, I never get sick because I cultivate Qigong life force energy every day. We radiate from the inside out. So there's an agreement there of somebody's experience. But if you have any questions or comments, this would be a great time to do it. And while we're waiting to see if anybody has anything to say. Oh, I see we already got Lisa there. So I'm going to ask you to go ahead and unmute yourself, and I'm going to bring you onto screen.
Hi, thank you
Hi,
so
Lisa.
thank you for having this amazing event and thank you for the amazing energy of our Qigong master here. I'm very fascinated by the history of Qigong and you had mentioned about the Yellow Emperor's classic, the Huangdi Neijing.
Yeah.
I'm curious to learn whether sorry, I'm sitting here, the the shadow here. I'm curious to learn if people's qigong have spontaneously show up as a gift because I mine came naturally, like when I started cultivating every day. and my chi just started channeling from my hands. And I understand what you're saying. Like, I just feel like the chi, when we get activated, we just become so healthy that, the body becomes hot, like dragon. I always call it dragon chi. So I'm curious, have others gone through experiences where this chi, I call it life force energy, come through naturally?
Yes. According to Chinese medicine, the qi have a certain kind. Some kind of qi naturally come from parents. That's one. Other qi, you come from the food you eat. And also another qi come from environment for your practice. There's three kind of qi when you're doing that, doing qigong. For example, the parents qi that can otherwise DNA, how long you can stay from parents. You can max that part maximum to that level you should be. The energy from food, you feel, when you energy from food, you into the body able to know that how much we need it. That kind of qi. And environment qi, when you practice, you somewhere you love standing, somewhere you don't want to stand there because that environment qi different. According to Chinese medicine, those three kind of qi, when you do qigong, you make them all working together to support your love force. That's basically my understanding for that.
Yeah, interesting. So what I'm experiencing is that the chi just comes in through my breath, like dragons almost. Like it just comes through in a way that it's almost like when I take a breath, it comes out like activated, which
Yeah.
is very fascinating. And I've healed my frozen shoulders and I've healed migraines, and so
On qi area, some individuals, which mean have a special things come out. Not everybody have it. You probably that special ones. You have that kind of qi from your hands, go out, breathe in, breathe out, like that. Yeah.
thank you
Not,
so much.
Thank you, Lisa. Sue.
Yeah, and great teaching, Master Tang. And my question is, are you a disciple of Yang Meijun?
okay. That's a good question to answer now. 1978, Yang Meijun started teaching public.
Mm-hmm.
Teaching public, which means at that moment I was in college. My dean said, Jane, go there to learn. Now I go from there to learn. We eating there, sleep there, we practice there. 8 hours, 10 hours a day for a couple months, then I come back. That is, you said that one is, I think it's an Asian time, people doing like this. Modern time, when we learn, you learn from him, everybody can teach. Yes. Ask me, Jenny, go to learn, come back to teach. I come back teach at the school. That is, yes.
And the second question is, you're talking about the 128. You put a first side and the second side together. It's 128 movements.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we have to learn first 64, then do second 60, 128.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you, Sue. Kapil.
Mr. Tang, thank you so much for your explanation and how it works. I'm trying to understand two things. So I know about 12 meridians that go in like a 2-hour time block in the day. You're talking about 50 cycles. So I'm not quite clear how those two systems fit together. And then you also referred to another 2 clocks in your studio. I kind of missed that. I don't understand how these two systems overlap.
Okay. I answer the 2 clock at my studio because I need to collect information. When do movement I put this side, I want to see clock. I want to see my student face. I collect information. For example, I get forehead sweat. They're not at the beginning, right? That 27 minutes. I usually up to 27 minutes see people, hey, get a sweat. That's why I did a clock in the air. Now, the first question, you said 2 systems. Tell me again. I didn't get clear your question. Yes, for first one.
So the traditional timings and the cycles that I know about the meridians is that there are 2-hour cycles of 12 meridians that start at like 3 in the morning for lung, and then they go into small intestine between 5 and 7.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like trying to make sense out of both of these cycles.
Do you have a friend, a Chinese doctor?
I have a Chinese. I'm sorry. Say that again.
Do you know a Chinese doctor? So you ask them for that book, second section, 76 chapters, talk about energy circle. Ask them how long the circle is. Okay? You said 2 hours one circle. I don't know where you come from. I certainly don't know that. Yes. Okay?
Yeah.
People,
So I was not. Go ahead. I wasn't talking about 2
you.
hours for each circle. I was talking about like 2-hour period for where like lung meridian is active, like between 3 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Now I understand now. Yeah. You said that one meridian, every meridian has working schedule. Each meridian that actively for 2 hours. Then other meridians started active 2 hours. 5 meridians, every meridian 2 hours taking turn is 24 hours. That is, okay? That's a difference from we said any circle has 3 meridians. The 2 hours is one particular meridian active for 2 hours. That is, okay? Now we're getting clear now. Sorry. Yeah.
Thanks, Kapil. Good to see you.
Thank you.
I think I saw a question here that was Master Tang, 28 minutes practice for the whole meridian system practice is the question.
Yes. The 28.8 minutes, you constantly don't stop. You keep the all meridians active to a certain level. We get a benefit from this 28.8 minutes. That is just give you idea for 28.8 minutes. Give you idea, won't stop. Yeah, you can change it, your practice. When people ask, say, oh, I learned the form only 7 minutes to stop. What do we can do? Then you can do repeat. You 7 minutes, then you repeat another 7 minutes. You repeat 4 times, you get 28.8 minutes. I guarantee that 28.8 minutes, you totally feel the difference. If you only do 7 minutes stop, or you repeat 4 times 7 minutes, you get totally different experience. Yes, that is.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the clarification. If you have a question or a comment, you can go ahead and put it in the chat, but I'm going to take a couple moments just to talk about the National Qigong Association. So first of all, I'll ask if you would be interested to sign up for our email list to get the quarterly newsletter. One just came out, I think it was a week ago, with inspiring articles and interviews from the NQA population. So it's always a rich newsletter, comes out 4 times a year. You just go to the nqa.org website, scroll to the bottom, and you can enter your email there. So why would I suggest that you ask for another email, right? We're all inundated with the email all the time. Well, aside from the newsletter, which is in itself of value, this would also allow you to be the first to hear about upcoming presenters and topics for Qi Talks, as well as the upcoming live and virtual Qigong trainings, workshops, and events. But I'd also like to encourage you to consider becoming a member. You can join us wherever you happen to be in your journey with Qi practice, whether you're just starting to experience it, or you're a seasoned practitioner, or you're somewhere in the middle. The organization's membership includes people with very diverse education, experience, approaches, applications, and more. So while there's this sort of wide range of people, the NQA doesn't really promote any specific approach, but rather provides a place where exchange and connections can happen. And so you get drawn to whatever it is that you feel drawn to. You can find out more about what you might gain by joining if you check out our membership page, which Carolina is posting, I think, and you'll see a full list of benefits there. Some of those include, first of all, special members-only discount or even free attendance to live or virtual conferences, workshops, and events. So we spoke a moment ago about Synergy. Coming up is a monthly experiential session. Synergy is a program that features Qi Talks guests. So that, here we are just talking, right? There you get to experience something. And this Sunday, May 17th, Jin-chan is going to be leading a session in Wild Goose Qigong for Synergy. And that's May 17th at 3 p.m. Eastern. And then you can follow up with that link that we've provided, and he'll probably provide again on Sunday if you want to follow up for a more extensive training to introduce you to Daiyun Qigong. Wild Goose Qigong is a traditional Taoist practice with roots in Kunlun school, inspired by the natural movements and vitality of wild geese. It's designed to open the body, regulate breathing, and promote smooth Qi circulation. The practice emphasizes coordination of movement, breath, and mind, supporting whole body or whole person health. Participants will experience how movement, breath, and meditation integrate with motion and develop a clear understanding of meridian activation indicators, which we've talked about a little bit this evening. We've only brushed the surface as they arise during practice. So if you're a member of the NQA, Synergy is absolutely free. If you're not a member, the fee is only $25. So either way, whether you're a member or non-member, you have access to the recording, even if you can't be there live. So you'll have an ability to watch it again if you want to revisit it, or watch it if you don't have time on the day itself on Sunday. So it's well worthwhile. Another member benefit is unlimited access to over 10 years of contents in the Qi Talks library, with close to 140 audio and video programs with different teachers and practitioners. And while every Qi Talks program is available for free to the general public for about a month after airing, as a member, you get unlimited access to the entire archive. So you can check out the different topics or teachers you may be drawn to or that have interested you the most, and you can just check out those programs that you may have missed over the last 10 years. Another benefit is if you're a professional Qigong teacher or healer practitioner yourself, you're eligible to be a guest on Qi Talks and subsequently on Synergy to share your work so that you can bring your wisdom to a wider community, inspire even more people than you already do. You can build your business, spread the Qi. So again, in order to be a guest on Qi Talks or Synergy, you do need to be a professional or practitioner level member. There's a lot of other benefits that you'll see if you go to that membership page, but as always, my favorite one that I like to point out is it gives you an opportunity to be a welcome part of a larger community of people who really share the joy and the heart that Qigong practice brings. So let's go down to the money question. What will this cost? There are 3 levels of memberships. The annual fee for general members is $45. That's for any level. For practitioners, which basically is the same thing as Qigong healers, it's $100. And professional members, which are teachers, is $150. But as always, to thank you for being a participant here, there's a special discount no matter what level you decide you'd like to come in, whether you're renewing or you're joining as a new member. So check out the chat where Carolina posts some more information about that. And if you're planning to come to Synergy this Sunday and learn a little bit more about Wild Goose Qigong and you're not a member, you can join the membership general members for just $35. You'll get a $10 discount for being here, which means that you'd only be paying that extra $10 for the non-member fee, which is $25. And you get all those perks, including the whole year of Synergy classes for free, access to the Qi Talks library, a special price for the upcoming conference in Denver on September 8th. And I'll talk about that conference in a moment. In fact, let me talk about it now. I just realized I want to just kind of get through that. So we're celebrating the 30th anniversary of the organization, and the theme of this year's conference is honoring our roots. The conference is offering a wide range of presentations, including workshops and panels featuring many of the organization's most respected professionals, many of whom you've seen on Qi Talks over the last few years, including Ken Cohen, Francesco Garapoli, Lorelei Chang, Roger Yonka, Stephen Washington, Richard Lehr, Damaris Darbo, NQA President, Clayton Crosby. Our guest this evening, Dingshan Tang, is also going to be presenting. So you'll have an opportunity to connect with him, with other teachers, and with one another in community. And I really hope I get to see you there. I'm looking forward to it, and I'd love to see you in person because there's nothing like that. So are there any other questions? I think there were other questions that were coming in as I was talking. Let's see. Here it is. You mentioned the triple burner on your poster from the research conference, Jin. How does that play into this?
Okay. We just missed, didn't talk about this triple warmer. There's one I still not clear the timing field. When the triple warmer started active, I still couldn't very clear when to start for this. But I think triple warmer, since the heart meridians active, the triple warmer should start working now. Why? Because heart have two meridians. Only one organ have two meridians, heart. What is the heart meridians? Another one, in English we call pericardium meridians. In Chinese, it's called 心包经. The meridian surrounding heart take care of heart function. When the heart meridian is active, this second meridian, we call pericardium meridians, should active too, which means like at 9 minutes. Now, when this meridian is active, they have relative meridians, the partner meridians called triple warmer. The other two meridians that are active. This one, we just at the beginning we talked. This part I didn't talk because most of the time I couldn't feel very clear this part. But from ideally, we might say from 9 minutes, this triple warmer meridian should able to study active. Triple warmer meridian that take care of 3 parts. In Chinese medicine, that divided this part for 3 parts: upper part, middle part, lower part. That's why that's what's called triple warmer. That meridian is active, give this part, all those parts help for functioning. Yes, people have any problem related to this part, when triple meridian is active, all give the help because they give them more energy supplies to get good energy to make function properly. That is. Thank you for the question. This audience is excellent. Yes, most people couldn't wear those apart.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Question.
Do you have any last, we're coming to a close here, so do you have any last thoughts that you want to leave people with?
Okay, just updated information. Couple days ago, New York Times have one research update. I don't know if people read about that. New York Times a couple days ago, my student sent the information to me, said, Gene, get it read. That research update said so many things. You talk about years already. I'm confused what that is. Well, I checked that. That said, they find another system below skin, above fascia, have another system. There's English term called interstitium, something like that. I couldn't pronunciation clear. Eventually, they talk about they find the meridians because they did research inject something in pericardium meridians. They see the injection goes through the meridians, to heal. They find one meridian there. They're so happy broadcasting new discovery. Now students sent to me. Now I said to students, do I talk about 28.8 minutes? Well, students said, no, not yet. Wish one day I can talk about 28.8 minutes for this part. But they only find one meridian that already broadcasting already, because that's revolutionary. And yes, in China, so many experts, they want to find out what the meridian is and where to go. They couldn't get it. But no, we get it. So advanced this country, the research for that. Okay.
So thank you for that. And Margaret has put a link in the chat to that a New York Times article if you're interested.
Wonderful. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think we're coming to a close here. I want to thank everybody for joining us for this evening's Qi Talks. Next month, our guest is Fabrice Pichet, whose topic is Qi sensation as a biofeedback tool for Qigong self-correction. Fabrice Pichet has been studying Chinese medicine and Qigong since 1997. He's one of two Westerners personally authorized by Professor Lin Hushang, creator of Tai Chi Qigong Shibashi, to train teachers in the complete system. He's been teaching and working with students and patients internationally since 2012 through qigong18.com. That program is going to be on Thursday, June 11th, 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So please do put that date in your calendar and join me again so you can be part of what promises to be another Qi field discussion. Jin, thank you so much for your wisdom, for coming here today, for giving us your time and your generosity. I really, really appreciate that so much. And I'd like to give a shout out to the Qi Talks team, Carolina Silva and Luisa de Castro, and our NQA hub, Lauren Thomas. So thank you again, everybody, for being here. And till next time, I'll say good night and be well. Let the Qi flow. Bye-bye.
Bye.